Good morning, party people. It is a beautiful 70-degree sunny morning here in Southern California, and I am coming at you guys today with a really cool truck. So this is a 2006 Ford F350 Lariat FX4, and it only has 50,000 original miles. This truck is mostly all original. It is not bulletproof. It does not have any aftermarket engine modifications. It does appear that the EGR cooler has been replaced in the past, but that's about it. Maybe the oil cooler, but it's impossible to tell. So this truck, like I said, it's a one-owner Southern California truck, and it has been here in Southern California its entire life. As such, it's not rusty. It doesn't have really any cosmetic issues. I'm kind of going to run through like any blemishes the truck has on this video, and then the functionality of the truck itself as far as like electronics and all that stuff is concerned, and then like any little things that are just worth pointing out. So for example, this truck here, I'm going to give the body itself like a 9 out of 10. So the paint and the body are extremely straight. The bumpers are not dented. The fenders, the hood, everything is really straight with the body, and the paint is in near perfect condition. There really are not even any scratches or paint chips, other than a very few small ones. This one here, now with a buff, this will probably come out, honestly. Okay. The dually fenders are in great condition. There are no cracks in the fiberglass of the dually fenders, right? Rear bumper is not dented at all. You've got a little gouge in the plastic trim right here. This is just from the detailer, but this is the gouge in the plastic. There is a couple scratches on the tailgate right here. And then this FX4 sticker is just showing its age. It's like burnt. So I don't know if maybe this side of the truck was in the sun for more of its life than the others, but that FX4 sticker is burnt. Honestly, you can probably remove it and replace it with another. Regardless of that, the truck is all original paint, and really is in fantastic condition. It does have fifth wheel rails in the bed, and it does have airbags. So from what I can tell, if you saw the license plate already, it's a Desert Anyone custom plate from the previous owner here in Southern California. There's lots of off-roading, lots of camping, and my guess is that this truck was used to pull someone's fifth wheel to the desert pretty much exclusively. Based on the miles, it probably never did much else other than go to the desert and back pulling a fifth wheel. This truck here is, yeah, I mean, you as far as straight body is concerned, there's a little scuff right here as well. But again, I think with like a paint, like a good buff, that'll probably come out. No clear coat peeling on the hood or the top of the fenders, like a lot of these trucks will have. It's got all of the original windows in it, all of the original, basically everything. The interior, I'll probably give a 7 out of 10. And the only reason why that is because of like some of the aftermarket doohickeys that the previous owner installed, which make it, not as great as factory original. These gauges here, so they have power to them, but there's something going on with them, because like they'll work like intermittently, but then they'll do like a full sweep and then they'll get stuck at max. So there's something going on. They need some diagnostic and, repair. We don't mess with electronics and things like that. Ultimately, all we do when we get these trucks, especially one like this, we don't mess with it too much. If it doesn't leak, if it runs good, doesn't have a check engine light, we just pretty much drive them, put miles on them, make sure that everything with them is cool, and then send them down the road. So this just needs some glue and to be clamped down. We may or may not do that before it sells, but it's a pretty easy repair. It's just from age and sitting outside. All the leather is original, and it is in really good shape, and it's all very soft. It's not like hard or gross and like cracking. It's all really, really nice still. Sometimes you'll see like this start to come apart or like this, but the leather is all really in nice shape, as is the original steering wheel. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just walk through the truck. So it has this aftermarket DVD system. It came with the 3 original headsets. I have not tested it. I do not know if it functions or how it functions. Okay. Door panels, you know, a lot of the time you see these missing or all that. I mean, everything's really all here and intact. You know, it closes nicely. The doors have proper alignment. Okay, it's got this plastic bed liner in it, based on the fact that it's had the fifth wheel rails cut out around it. It's probably been in there its whole life, or most of its life, especially because it's a Ford one. Got the mats, or not the mats, I'm sorry. Sometimes people take these out. This one still has the original, what you want to call it's intact, the, I don't know, plate thing that holds tools and whatnot. The original heated seats do work. All the functionality of the seats works. Leather, as you can see, is in great condition. Nice and soft. Got the owner's manual here. And we got the, whatever this is, something about tire. It's like for the wheel key and the jack mount. No clue what this thing is. It's wired in. It might have something to do with that. I don't know. But yeah, the carpet's in great shape. Very clean. This is like, he cut this, the edge off of this. Couldn't tell you why. You know, just like little stuff like that. But for the most part, it's in really good shape. You know, there's just like a couple of weird little doohickeys on the interior, which is why I gave it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Mirrors are in good shape, original chrome caps. You know, a lot of the time on these trucks, you see these broken. This is all in good shape. It's all there. The antenna is still there. Yeah, the truck's honestly clean. So these were added. I believe they're wired to one of the upfitter switches. We were going to remove them. However, the honeycomb behind them was cut out partially. So it would look worse with them off. But original grill, you know, even like the Ford logo isn't too bubbled and gross, or like the top like you normally would see. So also has these LEDs in the factory fog light location. Wheels have some scuffing on them, like on the wheel caps. Kind of common for a dually, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. It doesn't you know, leak anything on the ground or drip anything on the ground. I've had it in my driveway now for a few days, and it's dry underneath, so that's always a good sign. All right, so 50,436 total miles on this truck here. 1,504 engine hours on it, which is low. Like I said, so currently it would appear like these are kind of functioning because they're like at like the low amount, but then they'll like sweep and they'll go to the max. So I don't know what the story with them is, to be honest with you. Steering wheel's in a really nice shape. It's missing this little cap right here for the overdrive, but the overdrive, or tow haul rather, does work. 4-wheel drive. Four low. Even the vacuum actuated hubs are working, because a lot of the time, like with these vacuum actuated hubs, the lines will get old or degraded or whatever, and then the AC will start blowing out of the top of the dash when you try to put it in 4-wheel drive, because basically diesel engines don't build vacuum and they have to actually have like a separated system to do it. So anyways, this one, the AC is still building pressure out of the vents rather than out of defrost, which is cool, meaning that it functions well. This is a 6-seater truck, so it has the flip-up center console. Let's see here. Air conditioning works well on these controls, and as well as on the steering wheel controls. Okay. Air conditioning is nice and cold. The stereo does work, but I gotta be like real quick with it because obviously I'm not trying to get copyrighted. So you can hear that it works. It's all original, it's all factory, there's nothing special going on there. Volume buttons work, all that stuff works on there. Change channels, you know, a lot of the time you see these trucks, the older ones, like the clock spring goes bad and it makes these stop working. All this stuff does work. Horn works. There is no, maybe it's in here. Oh, there's a whole lot of stuff in here. I guess that didn't get cleaned out. I remember seeing, yeah, it's right here. So there's the original cigarette lighter, never used, you can see. We'll clean that out. Auxiliary. Trailer brake controller with gain. Inside of the truck smells nice. There's no like odors, no smoking, no nothing like that. Parking sensors do function, and rear window does function. Okay. Dash doesn't have any cracks in it or anything. Again, there's some like kind of weird doohickeys that have been wired in. I'm not gonna mess with all that, but there's like whatever sensor that is, that's like kind of looks like it's been glued there or something. And then you got that, like this guy here. No idea what it is. Outside of that, like windows work, has like light window tint. Okay. Door locks. So the top part of the mirror will adjust, but the bottom part is manual. blinkers, or I guess we could just do flashers. Let's see. I think we went through the basics of it pretty much on this one here. Like, you know, they like made a hole for their garage opener and like glued it on there. I don't know, or maybe it was there and then they like it was coming out and they glued it. It looks like they're using like carpenter's glue or something weird like that. So there's like little things about it. That's why I said I gave it like a 7 or 8 out of a 10, just because like someone had their creativity with it. Roof's in good shape. Again, there's no clear coat peeling or anything like that, which is cool. So, said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I don't detail engine bays on these trucks. So what you're seeing is exactly how it was when I got it, for better or for worse. What I could point out is this truck has the original degas bottle, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I also notice that the truck has cat ELC in it. But as you can see, there's no crusties or like anything gross, and it's not building pressure or anything like that. No excessive pressure in the hoses. But yeah, look guys, this is just very simply an all original, all stock, everything intact 6.0 with 50,000 miles on it. I think it might have, yeah, it's got a muffler delete with the cat still intact. That's why it sounds a little bit better back here. Muffler delete, cat still intact. Just a really cool truck. I mean, you're not, how often are you gonna find one that has 50,000 miles on it? I think they're becoming few and far between these days. No rust, and it's Oxford white, which is a great color in my opinion, paired with the gray leather interior, which again, the gray leather is in fantastic shape. So I'll give it a drive here. Really cool truck. Like, I anticipate that this is going to go to a collector, or maybe someone who just is looking for a pre-def diesel with low miles that is an affordable price. Turn the AC down so you guys can hear the truck a little better. Runs great, cold starts perfect, no codes, no check engine lights, no nothing like that. See, now they're the sweeps are to the max, so that's just gonna require some diag. It steers straight, it tracks straight. This brakes work great. They don't make any noise. There's no pulsing of the pedal. They're all functioning as designed. I meant to show you guys too, like I keep trying to add certain stuff to these videos. Like it's got all the original body panels, you know, the fenders, the hood, all that has their Ford stamped and all original. Pretty much, like I said, everything on this thing's original. 50,000 miles in 20 years. So I don't even know what the math is on that, but not very many miles per year. And like I said, most likely, literally all this truck ever did was tow a toy hauler to and from the local deserts. So for perspective, this truck is from around where we are. And like the local deserts, when I say local deserts, are, you know, 2 hours away, 120 miles. I mean, kind of like at the most. So pretty short drives, mostly freeway. Not a lot of back roads, not a lot of stop and go other than traffic. So yeah, this truck just really hasn't done a whole lot of driving in its life, which is kind of cool. Somebody's going to get a truck that is, let's call it a blank slate, and realistically has lots and lots of years of life left. All the electronics work properly. I see signs that the truck has been maintained. It's not beat. The body is very, very clean and very straight, as is the interior, except for some of the weird doohickeys. That's like personal preference stuff that the previous owner had installed. But yeah, guys, so this truck's getting listed up today. And again, it is a super, super cool example of a 6.0 that has very, very low miles. And can't wait to see what home it goes to. We just had a guy fly in from Texas yesterday to pick up that black 2017 Ram, and we love when people fly in from all over the place or like buy trucks and we ship them out to them or whatever. That's all really cool. So I guess this is a good time to mention we do offer financing in California, Arizona. With this truck, you're probably gonna have to be putting a little bit of money down just because it is an older truck, but we do offer financing. You can also bring your own financing if your bank will finance a truck this age. We offer national transport all over the country. We use one company only because we believe in superior customer service and customer experience. And that's basically it, guys. If you want to see more on the truck that I missed or didn't show you, I'm more than happy to FaceTime, send you more photos, send you more videos, whatever it is that you would like to see. Happy to do that. Excuse me. So I think that's about it. You can follow us on Instagram, dynamicrides_. You can call me 951-704-2804. Also, you can email us dynamicrides1@gmail.com. Appreciate you guys as always for watching our videos, supporting our business, supporting our content. Again, thank you so much. Hope you like this video. Hope you like the truck. Have a great weekend.